Hi, I'm going to show you how to draw legs. Here's my credentials. Yes, I did use SpongeBob as a reference. What are you going to do about it? The anatomy speaks for itself. First, find a reference photo. There are quite a variety of legs for you to draw. Personally, I love to draw legs with substantial meat on them. There's just something about those curves that makes me... While you are learning anatomy, I would recommend finding a more muscular reference. The reason I recommend this is because properly rendering fat on a body takes time and nuance that you, my gumdrop bumpkins, do not possess yet. Plus, studying the musculature of the body and understanding how those muscles not only interact with each other, but what they look like laying under the skin will strengthen your understanding of anatomy. Ballerinas and dancers in general are a fantastic candidate for these types of references. Just make sure you can actually see the skin you're drawing. Thank you to Mart Production for this photo. One thing I want you to know before we get started is that the muscles in this photo are activated. That means this person is putting more weight into their leg than they normally would. This makes the muscles in their leg pop out more than somebody who would be in a neutral standing position.
Yeah, you can see the sartorius here.
Thank you, Benny.
And the vastus lateralis.
Thank you, Benny.
And you can also see the...
I know my anatomy, thank you. I don't need a lesson right now.
Oh yeah? What's this muscle called? Come on, you said you know your anatomy. What is it called?
It's called Get Out of My Video.
That's what I thought.
Can you guys please argue off camera?
No, it's fine. I think it's funny.
Wait. Is that why you've been such a dick to me? For the bit?
Yes, now that we have our reference down and I've locked Benny in a broom closet,
Help!
let's start laying down our guidelines. I'm going to be drawing directly on my reference so you can see how I'm finding these shapes. If you watch my How to Draw a Body video, which you should, you'll remember using a triangular shaped box to map out the pelvis. I'm going to be doing that here as well. Why am I including the pelvis when this is a tutorial about drawing legs? Where the fuck is your hip joint supposed to go? Just floating in space? No, we never chop limbs at the joint. Yes, it's a little more work, but we're planting seeds for future you. The you right now is complaining about drawing the pelvis in a leg tutorial, but future you is praising past you for taking the extra time to practice your pelvis. You're welcome. I'm going to create guides for the angle my legs are facing. Just some simple lines of action per leg to remind me what direction I should be following while I'm plotting. Okay. Lines down, pelvis plotted. This person's legs are very muscular, so there's a lot of lumps and bumps on the thighs. Ignore those. We just need the basic leg shape right now. Starting with the thighs, I want you to plot a cylinder, not a flat shape. It needs to be a cylinder. We are not drawing Doodlebob, we are drawing a person. It's so important that you work with three-dimensional objects while you're learning how to draw. It trains your brain to see your drawings as three-dimensional objects. This will help tremendously with adding shading and lighting further down the line, and you'll avoid the dreaded sticker effect, where your drawings look so flat, it looks like you just placed a sticker down on your paper. I'm going to skip over the knee for a second and plot out the calves using what? Using what? Cylinders, right? I'm not too concerned about the feet, so I'm just going to plot down some triangles to represent them. I do have a video on how to draw feet if you want some practice, but we're not going to focus on feet for this tutorial. This back calf is a bit trickier since it's eclipsed by the front leg. While I can't see the entirety of this back calf, I can use my reference to plot it. It's kind of like having a puzzle with one piece missing. Sure, I can't see the whole leg, but I can use my existing knowledge of legs as well as the leg I can see to piece together where this calf is supposed to go. Alright, the last thing I want to plot down before we move on to our sketch is the knee. This is the only part I will allow the use of flat shapes because the kneecap, the part of the knee that we see, sits on the surface of the leg. I'm going to represent my knees with some trapezoid shapes. Okay, babies, we're doing it. We're sketching. This is going to be a bit more complicated than the sketches we've done in the past because we need to account for quite a bit of muscle. If this were one of my personal drawings, I would not outline these muscles with lines. I would use lighting and shading to inform the muscles on the leg. Using shading to contour muscles gives your drawing a softer look that is better suited for human skin. But since there is no shading in this drawing, we will be contouring with our lines. So, let's see what muscles we can find. We've got... Oh shit, what is this one called? Ugh, where's Benny when you need him?
I can hear you! Let me out!
Oh, your quad, duh.
That's not what it's called!
I'm going to create some flat shapes to accommodate these muscles, specifically the quads and the calves. Be conscious of how you place volume on your legs. Remember, no balloon limbs. Your limbs should rhyme, not directly mirror each other. Stagger out those curves. Now, I've studied legs extensively. I might not be able to give you the scientific names for all these muscles, but I know what they look like and I know where they're placed. You do not have that privilege. I'm pulling from a full library and you're looking at empty shelves. That's where our reference comes in. A reference fills in the gaps in that knowledge. This is exactly why I start every single video begging you to find a reference photo. Many young artists think relying on references means they're not real artists. That if they can't completely recreate something from exclusively their own brains, they're stealing or cheating. First of all, artists steal. Artists cheat all the time, and none of that makes you any less of an artist. Part of my training in art school was studying other people's drawings and recreating them. That's study. It's also stealing. Great artists find art that they like and incorporate it into their own art all the time, and that's great. If you are drawing from nothing, you are going to create nothing. Everything you make is an amalgamation of everything that has ever influenced you, and pretending that you have never been influenced by anything is not only a lie, but it's crippling your ability to grow and flourish as an artist. And cheating? Love cheating. Love cheating. What you guys don't see is behind the scenes, we're working on an anthology series of comic books spearheaded by Elijah. Comic books are a lot of work. When I can copy and reuse a background, maybe copy a pose, change the facial expression a little bit, love that. Love it. Speaking of things in the background, I'm currently working on a video inspired by this quote from famous sex pest Pablo Picasso. Good artists copy, great artists steal. So keep an eye out for that. I'll also explain why Picasso was a bad person in that video. Anyway, legs! We've loaded this thing up with guides. The rest is up to you. Use that reference. Bounce back and forth between your drawing and your reference, making sure any lines you have on your drawing are spawning from the reference. Drawings like this are not the time to experiment. We're learning. There are correct and incorrect answers, but the test is open book. Alright, with the sketch done, we can move on to line art. Normally, I breeze past this section because it's not the main focus of the video, but let me point something out to you. Notice my line weight. While this drawing doesn't have any lighting, I can insinuate lighting through the use of thick and thin lines. An area with bright light, I'm going to make my lines a little smaller. In some places, the lines thin out so much they start to disappear. Areas in shadow, I use harsher, thicker lines. This pulls the shape down and is a nice juxtaposition to the thinner lines communicating light. Yay! We drew legs together! High five! Alright, fellas. I have a task for you. In the description, we have a Discord server. Get in there and show me your homework. I want to see how well you followed this tutorial. Let me see those legs! Bring me the gams! I want to see them. Don't worry, no one's going to make fun of you in there. We're all learning. We're all going to be nice to each other, right? Right? Alright. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend about... Oh, hi, Hannah.
Hey.
Here, let me show you how easy this is. Hannah?
Yes?
Have you heard of Cascade?
Yeah, I work here.
No, it's for the video.
Oh. No, I haven't heard.
Oh my god, you should check them out. Cascade Comics on YouTube. They don't have comic books yet, but that's coming.
Wow, I love YouTube and also comic books that are not finished yet, but are coming.
See how easy that is? What are you actually doing over here?
I wanted to show off the sign I made. Hee hee hee.
Oh, that's very cute.
Right?
Hey, someone locked Benny in the broom closet.
Did you let him out?
Nah.